You are now listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report. Flash Report.
Yo, what up, people? Guess what? We are in this thing, ready to top the top and walk the walk on Pelicans basketball. Shout out to PPR Big Q in DC. I am Lexxah Drew, a contributor for the PPR podcast team. Kudos to all the listeners. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It is time to bring out and rock out the skeleton jerseys. You already know what time it is. It's game time, winning time, go time, something to prove time, leaving it all on the court time. In-season tournament time, y'all. The first ever in-season tournament, and your New Orleans Pelicans are one of 8 teams that have made it to the knockout round. But we ain't trying to stop there. We are not trying to stop there. We trying to win this thing. We trying to win this thing and gain some notoriety, credentials, be known for winning, obtain some hardware. Because Lord knows, the Pelicans don't have it. Attain a level of success and respect around the league, around the globe, amongst the locals. Look, the Pelicans have already started the month off, December, with a win. And although they should have beat a banged-up, turbulent Chicago Bulls team, and they really should have won, y'all, there's still much to be optimistic about for the most wonderful time of the year. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Last season, in the month of December, the Pelicans were a top 4 seed. The team was the number 1 seed in the West 2 different times and held the number 1 seed for 2 weeks straight. Zion Williamson was the player of the month, and Willie Green was the coach of the month. The Pelicans were winning, and they weren't even playing their best basketball. Guys were still in and out of the lineup. The highlight of that month was beating a playoff caliber team, a team that ousted the Pelicans in the first round of the playoffs the season before, beating them in a highly electrifying back-to-back games in the Smoothie King Center. And I know y'all remember when Zion's 360 windmill took over the internet. That was a great month, y'all. That was really a great month. Brings back great memories. Now, fast forward to this season. We're starting this December with a healthier roster compared to last season's December. And even though the Pelicans are 1 game above 500, the Pelicans are definitely due for a good winning streak. This month is one of the Pelicans' easiest schedules. If you all haven't gone and checked out their schedule, I suggest you go and do that now, because this is one of the easiest schedules of the season. This is a great opportunity for them to take advantage of, with guys coming back and the bench getting that much more deeper. This will allow guys to get acclimated and get much needed reps while going on a run, because we want them to get acclimated and get those reps and win at the same time. It's time to elevate our game and rise in this Western Conference standings. We can do this. We need to get back to where we truly do belong. We broke that cycle on last season, being one of the top teams in the West, let alone one of the top teams in the whole league. Who says we can't do it again when the Pelicans are in a better predicament than they were last December? Last December, the Pels did more with less. This December, they have more and can do even better. The Pelicans have to take advantage of this month, as well as seize the moment in these knockout rounds in the in-season tournament. Zion Williamson has stated many times that this team hasn't won anything. This is a great way to make a statement and really put the league on notice. All the frustrations and disrespect this team has dealt with over the years, it's time to take all that out on every opponent we face from here on out. Like, for real. At some point in time, you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. But the team will now be battle tested in this first ever in-season tournament. The Pelicans can beat the Kings. We know this. The Kings are vulnerable in their front court. Jonas and Sabonis, they kind of cancel each other out. The Kings don't have an answer for Zion. I'm pretty sure Willie Green will play our defensive backcourt with Herb Jones and Dyson Daniels during the course of the game, especially since it worked so well in the back-to-back wins against the Kings in the Smoothie King Center. It really worked. Gave them fits, gave them problems. And although we cannot stop De'Aaron Fox, definitely we can slow him down with that unit. With CJ back in the starting lineup and Trey Murphy III, Jayhawk coming off the bench, we've added more shooting just like that. That makes a huge difference. We have shooters around Zion, around B.I. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling very, very good about this. The Pelicans are playing in the Kings' crib, but regardless of the location, they can get this win. Look, the Pelicans are not. Nobody's banking on the Pelicans. Just keeping it real. I've seen the percentages. A lot of people have voted for the Kings to win, this game. But in that same breath, the Pelicans aren't even supposed to be in this in-season tournament because according to everybody else, the Pelicans weren't even supposed to win West Group B. They weren't supposed to win it. Everybody chose Denver Nuggets, right? Sorry to disappoint. But hey, the Pelicans have a chance. Just like they disappointed as far as winning the group play, they can easily win this game and advance to the next round. It won't be easy, but we don't want it to be easy because after the Pels advance, it's only going to get harder. This is where you make a name for yourself. This is where you go down in the history books. The Pelicans have to play with the edge. And I, for one, can't wait to see it. But that's all I got for y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you think December will be a good month for the Pelicans and your thoughts on the Pelicans advancing in the in-season tournament. I am Lexxah Drew, and I'm out, y'all.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things new.